Tomorrow is the exam, and I'm pretty much sure what you're exactly going through in your mind. All January 25 CA into students. Three important things I want to talk about. Watch the video if at all you have time. If at all you're going to take a break now from the preparation. Three important things I want to talk about. One, of course, as I already mentioned, my breakup story. Okay, just 1 minute. Okay, three, 15 minutes reading time. 15 minutes reading time. How to use this 15 minutes reading time? You might have seen this 15 minutes reading time, how to use it in a different way, but I'm going to give you a different perception about this. Two, first paper. How to expect? How to expect this first paper? And of course, my breakup story, not balance sheet. Okay, you know, generally what happens is I wrote my first exam of CA Inter. At the time we have IPCC. It was 2010, and the result was declared in February end. Up that time we used to get very late the result. Almost 3 months it used to take, and I failed. Yes, I failed. Not because I didn't study well, not because I didn't write very well. It was of a very silly reason. Actually, the paper was very tough. It was beyond expectation. I didn't expect the paper is to be so tough like that. Moreover, that time I was in a relationship also. Okay, why to hide it from you? Because all you generation, every one of us, we are very open, right? I was in a relationship that time, and I know very well that my partner, whoever is there, it was bro. I mean, by the way, that breakup also happened long back itself. That time itself, it happened just after exam, some 6 months to 1 year itself, it happened. uh I know very well that she is also not performing well. Generally how our mind works, the moment we write the first paper, the moment we did not write the first paper, how our mind tempt us, to think like, anyhow accounts exam I didn't write. Law, actually I'm very good at law. I decently prepared, man. Actually I decently prepared. It's not that I left completely. I decently prepared, not like so hardworking and all. I don't know, I was in a relationship, right? So naturally the focus on studies is very low. Okay, but I'm decent. I'm decent enough. When I write an exam accounts paper, I hardly able to attempt for 65 marks. I told this first paper related one many a times, but this breakup I didn't tell. Okay, so I wrote the first paper, and I am very sure scoring 40 in that paper itself is extreme hard. I know very well I can't even score 40 or 42, 43. No, not at all. No scope at all because I hardly wrote for 65. Paper was very tough. November 2010 accounts paper in CA IPCC that time. Then naturally my mind started saying me, why Harsha, why to struggle for law, why to prepare? The next day we'll sit, no, after the exam we'll go home and take some rest, and then we'll start preparation. Right? When I open the book, my mind is saying, anyhow you will fail. Why do you study now? Happily enjoy the next 10 days and plan for the next attempt. Natural. Somewhere like I enjoyed. Somewhere I started again chilling out. Anyhow, this attempt is gone. Next 10 days, I'll just go formality because my parents, no, my mother, no, she will not allow me. Amma, I didn't write exam very well. I will stop the exam. She will not allow me. She always forces me. No, 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 no. You must go and write. Whatever result come, that it be. But you give your best. A little bit I studied with, my with in my mind with like in the back of my mind with the thought that anyhow I will not score. Anyhow I will not score. I went and law questions came little tough. It's not actually tough. I know that. But since my back of my mind, what it says, anyhow you're going to fail. Anyhow you're going to fail. Why to take struggle happily? That time what no, 2 to 5 exam, right? Earlier no, when we were writing, half an hour after the exam you can come out of the exam hall. That is there. Now it is not permitted up to 5 o'clock. Okay. Earlier no, if at all once half an hour is complete, we can come out. I came at 3:30 itself, 3:15 or 3:30. I know many answers also. Very good, and I came out thinking that anyhow accounts will fail. Group one I will fail. Group two anyhow I will fail. So I got this negative attitude. Then paper three, paper four. That time we have 7 subjects. Group one 4 subjects. Group two 3 subjects. Okay, and down the line 3 months exam results came. I scored in accounts 58. I was shocked. Arey, I didn't expect at least 40 marks in accounts exam where I scored 58 marks beyond my expectation. Then I started regretting about my actions. If at all I know that I will get a 58 score, I would have not neglected law. I would have not neglected, revision day before exam. I would have not neglected, and I would have definitely qualified. That time I got some 175 or 180 out of 200. This is a score which I got. Some 170 or 170, 160, 170 around I got. That to what? With 1.5 2 hours, I hardly stayed and wrote something and came without taking any struggle. If I know that I will score 58 in accounting, I would have not taken it loose. I would have somehow written it well. Second group also with the same energy, I would have written. If at all I know that I'm going to score 58. One thought wasted my 6 months of time. One thought, one pessimistic thought. What is that? Anyhow, I will not score 40. Paper was tough. I hardly attempted 60, 65 marks. No doubt I will fail. In that attempt, ICA has added grace marks approximately 12 to 15 marks. Who knows? Tomorrow, some of you might end up in the similar situation. What attitude is required for you the time? Ah, no matter how tough the paper, no matter how many marks you attempted, do not judge your entire performance in a particular attempt just based upon your first paper presentation. That's it. Tomorrow you really felt you didn't perform well. It should not be. I wish you perform well. I wish whatever the efforts you kept in the last few months should turn into reality. Getting it? If at all it happens, don't get don't get upset. Do not be emotionally down. Do not take it as granted. Okay? Same energy. How right now with what kind of energy you are preparing accounts? The same level of energy. Each paper is different. Keep it in law. Keep it in tax. Keep it in group 2 also. If at all you're writing group 2 also. Believe me, it will pay off. You give your best from your end, whatever is best. You give your best. Give your 100%. Result God will take care. Why you decide about your result? Many of us unfortunately decide about our result before even we try our best. That's it. That's point number one. So I covered two and three topic. Now let me talk about 15 minutes reading time. You know, in accounts paper, papers like accounting, costing, taxation, these three, and financial management also. Law, my subject which I deal audit, getting it. They are all nothing. 2 hours, 2.5 hours is enough to solve it. Not a big deal. But accounts, costing, financial management, even taxation, income tax, my subject again, they take lot of amount of time. You know what? You will be given question paper 15 minutes before the exam time starts, right? I feel every student is like, I know, I see that every student behave like a robo. They read entire 20 pages question paper, 25 pages question paper. Never do that. Take one question. Take one big question of 12 to 15 or if at all 20 marks. In accounts, I think there is a 16 to 20 marks question will be there in accounts. Take one question. Probably that very big question what they're going to give, no, first question or second question, compulsory question in descriptive, definitely would have prepared that chapter, amalgamation or consolidation or cash flow statement or some topic. Okay, a combination of all this, some topic. Invest your time only on single question. Wait, don't conclude. Invest your time on single question. Read it in the entire 15 minutes. Thoroughly read the question. Develop the answer in the back of your mind. Develop the answer. Okay, reading. First, what I should do. Second, what I should do. Third step, what I should do. Fourth step, what I should do. What is the amount I should consider? What is the crux point inside that? Where he is trying to confuse you. Identify every point. Develop the entire skeleton of the answer. Entire skeleton of the answer. Develop in your mind. 2 o'clock started. Bell rang. Whatever is there in your mind, copy paste onto the paper. Copy paste onto the paper. By 2:20 p.m., mark my word, by 2:20 p.m., 16 to 20 marks of the question you will be completing with a right answer. Otherwise, what happened naturally, I'll tell you. What generally people do, I'll tell you. First 15 minutes, they do not read any question properly. They just briefly say, this I know. 3-year question, I know very well. 4-year question, I know very well. They partially read it, and with an assumption that they know that question, they start writing. At the 2 o'clock, they'll start a 4-year question, for example. They think that that question they know very well, they start. Only when they start writing, they will realize that some new adjustment came, which the student has never seen earlier or the student unable to understand it. Disappointment will start. The first question, because you did not read the question properly in the 15 minutes. Why do waste 15 minutes? Means you can solve one full question, right? You may not put it on a paper, but you can complete a 1 15 20 marks question answer, right? in the back of your mind. Only copy paste. 15 to 20 minutes it takes. So, 35 to 40 minutes as a whole. 120 marks question is over. By 2:30, within half an hour, a 20 marks question is over as per my strategy. What will happen because of this? First question, if you write, the level of confidence that you will have on the next 2.5 hours is where a level that's altogether different level. What will happen if you do not write the first question which you selected itself properly? If at all you did not get the proper answer, generally you leave some 1 or 2 pages gap and go to the next question, and you read second question with already down confidence low, and in the back of your mind is not fully giving attention to the second question that you're starting. Somewhere in the back of your mind, what adjustment it is you're thinking. Second question you gave only, not 100% attention to it. Somehow, if second question also does not, you did not perform well. Done. 90% of the cases in this scenario, students will assume that they didn't perform well. They don't perform well in the accounts. Third question they will try. Similar incident happened. Why? All this is why? Because you are not paying enough attention to the question before you start. Pay enough attention. Remember, you don't target attempting 100 marks, not required. I spoke to many All India rankers. I saw many All India rankers interview. 85 to 100, 85 to 90 marks is what average weightage. Average weightage they attempt. But my dear fellow students, no, they attempt for 110 marks and score 16. They attempt 85 to 90 and they score 85, 99. Full out of full they'll score. If you want to score 60 plus, 70 plus, 80 plus, you need not write 100 marks. You can write even 80. Even if you write 80 marks of the paper, you can easily score 60 plus. What is important in practical papers like accounting, taxation is the numbers. When examiner is valuing what steps you wrote, is your steps logical? Of course, they will see. But ultimately, weightage is given for the amounts only. If the amount is wrong, you will not get the mark. Sir, everything I added, a narration and all, points and all, I wrote correctly, sir. Only my amount was wrong. That too by typing mistake calculator I did. Still, it's a wrong amount. You will not get the mark. So, cool. Be cool. Maintain that coolness in the exam. Don't hurry up. Okay. First 15 minutes, if at all you develop one particular question, approximately 15 to 20 marks. I'm telling you, first 15 minutes of time before the 2 o'clock, you should have completed 2 to 3 questions answering pattern. You should have completed 20 marks at least. You should have completed answering. Only thing left is copying on the paper alone is pending. You do like this, mark my word, tomorrow you will come back and after completing accounts exam, those whoever have followed this particular strategy, please come back and thank me if this strategy worked. That's it. Okay. So, long story short, no matter what, no matter what, whether you're performing well in the tomorrow's exam or in a worst scenario, not able to perform very well in the exam, I wish you should perform the best. Whatever efforts you have given, it must turn into reality. Okay. I wish you all the very best. Don't lose hope. Don't decide about the entire attempt just based on one paper. If you're able to attempt at least 55 marks to 60, 70 marks, that's enough. We don't know how many grace marks were there behind at the time of result. We don't know. Give equal attention, same attention on that second paper also. That's it. All the very best, my dear. Okay. Do well. Good luck.